This is Daily Blast Live. We're talking about what you're talking about. Real, honest, entertaining, live. DBL starts right now.
3, 2. Welcome to DBL. Erica, what day is today?
It's Friday.
That's right, November 15th. I'm here with Stephanie, Brandon, and Erica.
How about that voice?
I'm Jeff.
How about that voice?
It's a beautiful Friday.
Yeah.
It's a beautiful voice.
Gotta let them know.
Brandon's still vying to be my manager.
Yeah, he's
You're
right.
Brandinger. Come on now, we rehearsed this.
Well, speaking of managers, have I got a story for you guys. Taylor Swift came out swinging and the battle lines have been drawn. She's putting her former record label on blast, saying they're blocking her from performing her own songs at the American Music Awards. And famous friends like Selena Gomez and Halsey are publicly supporting her on social media, but not Justin Bieber. Scooter Braun represents him, and Taylor Swift has beef with him, in case you guys didn't know. The Biebs Instagram a screenshot of the TMZ article saying she's free to play all of her hits. That was a shot at Taylor. Meantime, Big Machine Records says Taylor's allegations are not true, and they're shocked at what she's been saying. What's really going on here, Erica? Because no one goes against the Biebs.
Well, you know what? I know the Biebs is your boy. You might want to tell your boy that what goes around comes around, because the same thing could possibly happen to him. You have an artist. This is, to me, is very simple. You have an artist who built their record or built their musical library. Taylor Swift came up through YouTube. She has an entire library. That library didn't belong to her. That's the reason why she made the moves that she made. But then her masters were sold to someone who she has felt has been her adversary. My number one question in all of this, since everyone keeps saying she's allowed to play her music, is if it wasn't a shady deal, why was Taylor not given the opportunity to buy what she should have been the first person to be given the opportunity to buy? Her music was sold, the masters, in a private sale. Now they're coming back and saying, well, you're allowed to play it. It sounds like they want to own more than the masters. It sounds like they want to be the master, and I have a major problem with that.
Oh, Erica is like fired
She's
up.
fired. Just not to correct you, because I don't want to get in the way of that tornado, but it was MySpace, not YouTube.
Okay, MySpace.
Which is crazier.
Yeah, my only thing with this, Erica, is her statement, which she came out with earlier. I don't know if it was today, yesterday, when she was like, "Oh, I'm not going to be some little girl and be back down and all," because then that crosses, that draws a line in the sand, and it makes it seem like you're either team female, because she's trying to use it like she's a victim, like, oh, I'm not going to be back, be backing down like some little girl, or your team, or you have to go with the label on this one. There are tons of artists out there who have been messed over by labels, but she's not advocating for them. She's just advocating for herself.
Well, yeah, because charity starts at home, honey.
I understand
you can't go out fixing things for other people if you haven't fixed what's right underneath your roof.
I understand that, but why try and play the victim?
It's surprising to me that you would call her the victim when she was perfectly able to purchase that for herself. That was a deal done in order to control her. You are in a situation where you're trying to come up, you're trying to have your own things, you're coining your Brandonisms. Imagine somebody decides that they're going to go ahead, take all of your intellectual and creative property, and then when they're ready to get rid of it, as opposed to offering you, hey, Brandon, you had a major come up, you can write me a check for $1 million right now, you get all of everything that belongs to you. They say, no, there's somebody you've had beef with, we're going to go behind your back, sell this in a private deal, and not give you the opportunity. So from now on, you have to say yes, sir, no, sir, to some dude that you have beef with.
But instead of playing the victim and trying to be making between guy and girls, I'm not going to go to social media.
Be
I'm
very
going to grab a
careful, my
legal
dear.
team.
Be very careful.
Yeah, if
she
you
has
got
her
money, if
legal
you got
team.
money to purchase your own catalog, you have money for your own representation.
Brandon,
I shall.
Sometimes you got to get it in.
To get it out.
But then if you can't get it out, you got to get it in.
No, that's a Brandonism.
Not anymore.
But not anymore. I own it.
Okay, then we're just going to see each other in court.
But I
Judge
rightfully
Judy,
own it.
Or whatever
but
we
that's
got to go.
You're missing the point. it was a legal deal. She has her attorneys involved. But the fact of the matter is, these men are saying you are allowed to with something that she created. You don't have a problem with that?
I do have a problem with that.
Some man telling this woman, oh, well, I bought you.
There's other artists, and there's other artists that have done the same thing.
It's not about other artists. It's about the fact that she could have
Can we
purchased.
get like a bell or something
She
going in
could
here or
have
something?
purchased it.
I know,
And they didn't give her the opportunity to, so that they can control her.
I get it.
In the middle of this Me Too times up, all
did
of
you hear
that,
the
I have a
bell?
major problem with that. And it actually disgusts me that you don't. I'm
Hey,
sorry.
Erica, what day is today?
It's Friday.
I'm letting you out your contract right now.
All right, break it up. Lizzo's food rant is getting her in trouble. Let's get mad about this. Raquel, what's going on?
Here's something new, Jeff. Lizzo is being sued by the Postmates driver she called out on social media to her millions of followers. Back in September, Lizzo posted a picture of Tiffany Wells claiming she had stolen her food. It wasn't the case. In fact, the woman had gone above and beyond to try to reach Lizzo to give her delivery, but she could not reach the singer. Tiffany claims she's been threatened and feared for her safety, and she's also had to quit her job because of the Lizzo incident. She's now suing for defamation and emotional distress. Lizzo has publicly apologized.
Thank you so much, Raquel. Wait, how you guys feel about this one? Because I'm on the fence about this one.
Oh, I feel like this is a really tough one because, I mean, I'm a bit on the fence because I feel like this poor woman has been publicly shamed by someone who's got a lot of followers. And, I mean, I don't know whether or not that should never be okay. It could cost her a job, but I don't think she has any right to charge exuberant, crazy amounts of money because she would have never earned that anyway in that role. And let's be honest, if she was like, I don't know, I'm trying to think, prime minister or some job where it's like a really high pay, then yeah, of course she should be entitled to that money back. But I'm just thinking, given the job role and what she's trying to go for, I don't think it's not equal. I think sometimes people see a celebrity and try and sue because of the name and they think they can get all the money. And I'm not okay with
That's
that.
what I'm kind of leaning more that way.
I would be leaning that way if Lizzo was just like, hey, she just tweeted it out, no picture, no anything. Hey, my Postmates driver stole my food, stole that. When you put
that's
someone's
different.
picture out there, and now you got these crazy people out there who are Lizzoites and all that stuff that are gonna threaten you and all that. Yes, I want some sort of money out of this.
Yeah, but people call me out on social media. They make fun of me on social media. Why can't I sue them? If you go to a restaurant and you're a critic, in the New York Times you have hundreds of thousands of readers, and you blast a restaurant, why can't the restaurant sue you?
But that's like a whole organization rather than one individual person.
One person might own it. If you go to my buddy's restaurant and he owns it, you're putting him on blast.
No,
if you put his restaurant on blast.
It's different than saying, hey, he cooked my steak too bloody. That's a difference between that and putting your face out there and saying, hey, your buddy stole my money or something like that.
Well, first of all, you're talking about a Postmates order. How much could the Postmates order?
This is what I was
But
trying to say.
It's not that big of a deal. She did it. She did the wrong thing. She tweeted probably while under the influence. Didn't think about it. We've all been there. And you think that it's funny or you think that it's not that big of a deal. And she threw it out there. Then she came back and she was like, man, I really messed up. I'm truly sorry. Probably tried to make some amends, but to come back with a $500,000 lawsuit, like people always want to have a come up on somebody else's hard-earned dreams, hopes and dreams. So now this girl Tiffany, which is the most like generic name in the world. I mean, it's a very popular name.
Yeah, but that's not
generic.
popular
It's not a bad name. It's just a very popular.
We wouldn't have known her face if Lizzo didn't screenshot her.
If Tiffany walked in right now, you would not know Tiffany if she was
seeing that picture, I'd be like, oh, that's Tiffany. That's the girl Lizzo.
No, you
put out
would
there.
not. You absolutely would not. I used to wear a wig on this show. I would go across the street to the Starbucks and people wouldn't even recognize me, okay? And they had DBL on the screen. So no, it is not okay to sue somebody for $500,000. Tiffany, we don't know who Tiffany is.
As soon as you started doing that, they'd be like, oh, you're Erica. Oh.
Yeah, well then.
Wow.
But not just walking in like it's Tiffany. We don't know.
Friday, Erica?
It's fine.
Wow.
She's ready.
Just saying.
It's Friday. Friday.
It is Friday. All right. Let's get one more story and see if we can get Erica fired up.
Round 3.
We all know singer Ariana Grande isn't afraid of new ink. You remember when she tatted Japanese barbecue finger to her palm? You guys remember that?
Yeah.
Well, it looks like the singer is back under the needle. She posted this on her social media. It looks like the tattoo reads Toulouse. Okay, which is her dog's name, but it also looks like she covered her wrist even more, adding leaves and a small Saturn there. I'm trying to look.
Those are
Right, okay,
not
we're all
leaves.
looking at our hands and the tattoos, but let's just go back to that first picture. Is no one commenting on the amount of filler she's had in those lips?
Ooh.
What's going on there? What is that?
Ooh.
Yeah,
We already know she's got tattoos on her hands, and I've just seen this picture. Like, what's happened to that
She
girl's
does look
lips?
like she got stung by a bee.
She
She looks as though she's been attacked in
I'm
the
not even
face.
lying.
I'm staying out of that. I'm all about body positivity.
Oh no, I'm just saying, like, that looks extreme, no?
It does. I'm with you,
Are you
Steph.
laughing?
I feel like she looks like she's been stung by a bee to the face.
She
and we're
kinda
all
does.
wondering what the next Japanese symbol on her hand says. I'm more worried about what's going on there.
I don't know. There it is. There's barbecue.
That was meant to mean something else, and it turned out saying Japanese barbecue, you know.
Barbecue finger.
You win some, you lose some, don't you?
All right, we lost
My
the heat,
motto in
Steph. We
life.
can't keep up with these two.
No,
just
we
went like
can't.
this.
Yeah.
Oh, my
I'm just bothered about the Botox and the fillers, let's be it.
And they got some inside stuff going on. Did I say something?
No, Brandon said he's all about body positivity.
I'm so happy it's Friday, everybody. DBL is live, and coming up, some Frozen fans are dying for Elsa to come out of the closet. But is the world ready for a gay Disney character? We're sharing your DBL take. And is Harry having trouble sleeping? What's with that sheep sweater? Get it? Counting sheep? Nobody. What do we think? Is this chic or weak? Stephanie Jones will let us know next in Fashion Fix Friday.
This November, escape the winter with a luxury included Caribbean vacation to Sandals Resorts. Watch Daily Blast Live every day for a word of the day. Then enter at dailyblastlive.com/sandals for your chance to win a 4-day, 3-night escape for 2. The winner will be announced on DBL November 26th. Stop dreaming and start entering for your chance to win the trip of a lifetime.
Want to be on the other side of that.
No way.
That was fun. What do you
Arash
mean?
is like, hey, tell her it's MySpace and not YouTube. And I was like,
I don't know what it like. I am not a Swiftie. I like some of Taylor Swift's music, and you know, I respect anyone who has a come up like that.
Absolutely.
But there is just something about this story that digs deep with me. Like, it is fundamentally disturbing to me. And I can't see how anybody would sit and defend that. Like, especially not another artist. Like Justin Bieber, that could easily happen to him. So why would you want to be in a situation where you have been successful enough, because that's generally the problem with a lot of artists. They can't afford to buy their masters, or like, you know, someone else comes in and they take control of their work. But she wasn't even given the opportunity to do it.
But
it just seems very maniacal.
I think the whole music business is a little slimy anyway, just for that reason, because a lot of people make music when they don't have money to, and then they owe whoever put up that money up front. So that's what the slimy part of it. But if you owned all Taylor Swift's music, that's worth a lot of money. That's business. Would you give it back out of good faith, or would you want to keep that yourself?
But that's a better that even proves the point more. Then you create a bidding war. Why would you do it in a private sale?
Right.
That's why it seems like
that is shady.
I was on the
because-
other side, but her not getting a chance to buy
Right.
back her
That's
own
not what happened
music.
to Paul McCartney when Michael
is-
Jackson bought
is
all the
interesting.
Beatles music. And Paul McCartney
that it was
didn't know.
a private sale.
Yeah. And Paul McCartney didn't know. And Michael
'Cause he
Jackson
would've bought it back.
Bought all the Beatles music under.
How does that happen?
See, that's what I mean. It's a little. It's a lot of money.
Ruined their
It's a business
relationship.
deal.
How could Paul
and then went on
McCartney?
for his
How
biggest-
could Paul McCartney not know if it's his
All right,
music?
we got 10 seconds.
Yeah, sorry.
Let's get a little.
Yeah, a little applause, a little craziness in here, guys. When we're doing
All right.
this. Let's go.
All right, Michael, better. We got it.
Kel, we got it.
Welcome back to DBL. Celine Dion is proving that age is just a number when it comes to style. And I'm feeling merry about a sweater worn by Harry. All this fashion news must mean it's time for Fashion Fix Friday. Kicking this week off is Celine Dion. She looked red hot, literally, at the Tonight Show. But if this red suit looks familiar, that's because it's straight from the runway. So this is supermodel Gigi Hadid rocking it for the Tom Ford fashion show. So viewers at home, learn from Celine. If you see a young chap wearing something you fancy, just go for it. Who says new trends are only for the young and restless? She looks a babe. It's my favourite part. Is a celebrity's outfit chic or weak? Let's meet this week's sorry suspect. It's only bloody Harry Styles. He's in New York to host SNL and stepped out in quite the sheepish sweater. This jumper, in my opinion, is 100% cheap chic. It doesn't get more British than this, so of course, I love it. I mean, it's literally a nod to Princess Diana. However, the price tag on this lamb-loving outfit has made me feel not so royal. Yeah, I found out it cost $1,100. You could bloody buy a flock of sheep, pay your granny to knit it for you for half the price. Yikes, not chic, I'm telling you. And now, for something so bizarre, it's made me say, what the fashion? You know, the loops that you find on the shoulders of jackets, have you ever wondered if they had a purpose? Probably not, because let's be honest, we've all got better things to worry about. But thanks to Twitter, we've got an answer. They're not just a waste of fabric, it's to carry your purses and bags. Okay, let's be real. Life is hard enough. You've got a million things to do when you leave the house. So are you really going to undo this strange shoulder strap device, attach your bag to your upper arm, then walk along to the car? Oh no, wait, let's undo it again and repeat the process another 100 times throughout the day? I mean, who are we kidding? This never took off and it never will. Just like Fetch, it's never going to happen. So, what do you lot think? Apparently, Brandon uses this to put his hats in his coat.
Yeah, you put your hat in it. Like you take your hat off, your beanie off, and then you put the strap, and then you snap it in, and it stays there when you're coat check. You guys
What do
don't
you,
coat check?
what?
Coat check.
No.
So you know the strap right there on the side
What
of the
jackets
jacket.
you have with that on there?
I think I have one here today. Yeah.
I guarantee no one else in the world does this. It just looks atrocious, doesn't
I'm
it?
one of
What's
a
the point
kind.
in getting a nice Mac or a Burberry trench to ruin it with some tat that was on your head or your arm?
Yeah, you put your toque in your loop?
Yeah, when you go to coat check, when you're at the club.
Yeah.
I don't know if I'm buying that. We're getting this. We gotta go. Thanks, Steph. Good job. Coming up on DBL, there's a lot of social media speculation about Elsa's sexuality in Frozen. But is the world ready for a gay Disney character? Your comments about it coming up next.
If you have
Hi, DBL Nation, Raquel here with your entertainment edition of Fast Blast with some headlines you might have missed. So the Joker movie is about to hit another milestone. It's about to surpass 1 billion views at the box office. Now, this will be the first R-rated movie to hit that milestone. DBL Nation, did you see the film? What did you think? Now, if Christmas movies are more your speed, there's a company that has a job for you. CenturyLink is paying one person $1,000 to watch 24 Hallmark Christmas movies and review them. Some people wouldn't even call that a job. And Disney Plus just launched. Fans already have a say in what's on the streaming service. You can request which movies you want to see on the service that are not there yet. But with more than 7,000 titles, it seems like they covered it all. But I might be wrong. Let me know what you think. See you next time.
Marie Yovanovitch is the third person to testify in the President Trump public impeachment hearing. A well-respected U.S. ambassador to the Ukraine since 2016, Yovanovitch was recalled earlier this year. There has been earlier testimony that she was let go after a smear campaign, led by President Trump and his personal attorney, Rudy Giuliani. There were claims that they falsely accused her of trying to weaken U.S.-Ukrainian policy. It has also been reported that she accused President Trump of trying to pressure Ukraine's new president to investigate Joe Biden and his son. Reporter Andrew Prokop of Vox News wrote that Yovanovitch claimed during the closed-door hearings that she was advised to tweet out support for President Trump if she wanted to keep her job. She was part of the infamous July 25th phone call to the Ukrainian president, and Democrats hope that she can help them make their case. Republicans have been arguing that the ambassador serves at the pleasure of the president, and that President Trump doesn't need a public reason to let her go. And that is confusing.
Today's Sandals word of the day is getaway.
Welcome back to DBL. Frozen 2 comes out next Friday, but will Elsa? There's been a ton of speculation online about the Disney Queen's sexual orientation. In the first movie, she was a feminist, an outsider, and didn't have a boyfriend. Disney, however, has never addressed the issue, so we want your DBL take. Are we ready for a gay Disney character? Let's get right to their comments. Steph.
Okay, well, Mariana says, slowly but surely, Disney eventually creates characters who reflect the times. It's going to happen at some point, so might as well be a character in Frozen 2. I'll be honest, I don't really think that whether Elsa is gay or not has got anything at all to do with this story. I think it's all about women empowerment and her being herself. Just because that some people are saying she's an outsider and doesn't have a boyfriend means she's gay. Do we realize how crazy that sounds? But you know what? I don't think it should be an issue either. Disney should have a character like this to portray everyone.
Okay, Kate says, I think she disagrees with you. She says, no, don't do that to young eyes. Let them learn when they are older. The only thing about that, Kate, is they've probably seen maybe an aunt kissing her friend by then, and they're kind of confused, or they're listening to their parents make some sort of remarks, homophobic remarks about people of the LGBTQ plus community. So I like the way that Disney is going to be introducing these characters, or Sesame Street, all these cartoons, because it's an everyday thing in life. I don't understand why we're trying to shield these children.
Or maybe they just know because they already know that they're gay, because it's like kind of a thing, you were born this way. Okay, so Janice says, I always say representation matters. A lot of audiences may not think it's time for an LGBTQ character, but when is the right time? Janice, unfortunately for some people, it will never be the right time. When you ask are you ready for it, they're not ready for a lot of things, including catching up with the way that life is. The truth is, a lot of children already know that they have friends or they themselves are LGBTQ. They may not be able to articulate it the way that adults can, but trust me, they're telling you every day.
There you go. Gino says, why does Elsa have to have a boyfriend or girlfriend? Can't she just be happy by herself? Gino, good point. I mean, we got it all. I don't think you need to bring sexuality into this, or maybe you do. I don't think we're far off from having a gay character, a cartoon to represent somebody, whether it be Sesame Street. I think was Bert and Ernie gay? That's a word on the street.
Back in
that was a word on the street.
yeah.
But I don't think we're far off from cartoons having this, or even being a Disney movie. So until then, I don't mind not having any sexual orientation. Just let the movies be the movies.
Yeah.
Erin says, OMG, she's a cartoon. I have nothing against LGBTQ, but I don't think it's relevant in any way to the plot. I agree, Erin. I think if the storyline was to take that path, then absolutely fine. But in this, if you actually watch the movie, this is all about two sisters, their journey together, and all about like family and empowerment. It's got nothing to do with love and romance. It's a completely different topic.
Am I getting the wrong movie? Doesn't she try to get with that prince, but he's like playing a trick on her? Isn't that Frozen?
Not that I know of.
Oh, well, I've got the wrong movie. We'll talk about it at the break. We'll be right back.
Promotional consideration is brought to you by
Happy holidays, Beauty Blasters. Yes, it's the most wonderful time of the year. Actually, it's not Christmas, is it? It kind of feels like Christmas, though. Yes, welcome back, by the way. I'm Jeray Banks, or at Jeray for the Slay. And today, we're talking about Oprah's favorite things. She just launched this list just last week, and it's been having me in the best holiday mood. Now, I'm typically a Scrooge, not gonna lie. I don't like Christmas until it's about Christmas time, but there's something about when Oprah does it that just makes you feel all cheery inside, you know? Now, I have a good list of 79 items that Oprah has put on her list of favorite things for 2019. Now, we know Oprah can be a little bit more bougie than the rest of us, but a lot of this list happens to be really affordable and things that are right off Amazon. Believe it or not, it's kind of crazy. I don't have to go to Sears this year. Thank goodness. Now, with that being said, I went through all 79 of these items and I saw about 5 or 6 things in the beauty world that I was like, oh my gosh, this is such a steal. So, thanks to TT Oprah, we have a couple of items that I think you guys should get too. Starting off with the House Laboratories lip set. Now, this is a 5-piece lip gloss set for $96, and it's real cute or whatever. I really like it. It's real pretty. If you really like Lady Gaga, you should get that lip set. Now, the next thing on that list is the Foot Nanny Hemp Extract foot set. Now, this guy is a great foot set for that working mom, that cousin, you know, your dad who's always working on cars, and he really needs to get his foot smooth. This is a 3-piece kit that will help to make sure that you can polish, manicure, and get your feet looking nice and pretty, kind of maybe like how Oprah's does. Now, a number 3 on there is the Murphy & Daughters bath salt set. This is a beautiful and rich, luxurious bath salt set that is at the low price of $88. Now, Blend Smart Holiday Glow 4-piece kit was also on there. This was kind of steep at $136, not gonna lie. But it's 4 detachable blending makeup brushes that can actually blend for you as you're going around in circles. This is awesome. I thought it's really cool. The price point is at $136 though, so make sure that you have your coins in order before you purchase this. And last but not least, we have the Mini Luxe Polish Collection set, and this guy is at $99 for about a 6-piece set. So overall, TT Oprah, you out your mind, girl. I don't know if we can afford all these gifts and whatnot when there's plenty down the street, but you know what? At the same time, this is a great beauty set for that special person in your life. Maybe someone who really has been like on your heart and mind, or someone that just owes you, you know, that you really love or whatever. Anyways, make sure your coins are in line before you purchase these items, and make sure that you check out more Beauty Blast videos right down below, or follow me at Jeray for the Slay, and we'll see you guys next time.
This November, DBL is better than ever. Our DBL hosts get personal in a DBL Feud Showdown. Erica makes her music video debut.
You got it. Take a deep breath.
Let's do this.
Brandon gets emotional, paying it forward.
You don't want any family to go through that, you know?
And DBL gets fit in our weight loss challenge.
Are you sure you are ready for this?
Oh, yes, I am.
And that's just the beginning of what's happening on Daily Blast Live this November. We never stop talking about what you're talking.
Welcome back to DBL. Stephanie, you have some comments for us?
I do. Let's have a little look what you lot are saying, shall we? Well, Lundeen, new name, never heard of that one before. After watching those first stories, DBL should call it Feisty Friday.
Ooh. I like it.
There
It
we
was
go.
a little feisty in here.
I know, it got a bit hot and saucy, didn't it?
You started a week off feisty and you guys ended it real
They ended
feisty.
it.
I ended it on the right side of history.
And I ended it because we got to go.
And now we got to end it. We'll see you guys Monday.